device has been modified. The device has been modified. The device has been modified.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the All-Invitational VII. I am ALLIN Harlock, and I am coming to you today, once again, all by my lonesome. Had some casters that couldn't quite make it, so since my last solo cast was such an incredible success, I thought, what the hey, I'll just do it again. We've got kind of a different stream for you today. We're gonna finish up group stage 1. We've got one group left, Group E, and then after the cast, we are going to show a special video, which is the group stage 2 selection ceremony, which has been pre-recorded before today. So we'll play that so you can see the group selection process. In real time. Group stage 2 is already underway, so we wanted to pre-record that so everyone could get started as quickly as possible. But some of y'all who are not in the tournament don't know what the groups are. So after the cast is done today, I'll throw it a break for a minute or two and then throw that on so you can watch that if you have not seen it yet. So yeah, so coming up before that, we've got Group E, which is TechFour, Canary, Scytale, and Purge. So we've got 2 Zergs, 1 Terran, 1 Protoss, which is a nice racial mix, and they are all...
TechFour versus Purge.
Alright, and here we are in KTV Ganymede for game number 1. Spawning in the bottom portion of KTV Ganymede, we've got the Purple Zerg. You've heard him cast before on this channel. Give a cheer for...
TechFour.
And spawning at the north end of KTV Ganymede, got the green Terran player, Protoss, very good player. Check out his guide on the ALLIN forums. Very smart. He is.
Purge.
Alright, and here we go. First game of the night. ZVP. TechFour commenting that he likes this map. Yeah, I feel like this map is not the worst for ZVP from a Zerg standpoint. There are some kind of narrowish ramp areas maybe that the Protoss could potentially get up to some shenanigans in. This whole center area near the watchtower is a real potential problem point, I think. Yep, just like TechFour says, he's casting from the past in the game. What do you know? What a guy. But yeah, there's enough kind of open area around the bases that you're going to be taking that I feel like it's not too much of a nightmare for Zerg. But we'll have to see what TechFour and Purge get up to. Maybe Purge will be showing me some things I should have been afraid of. TechFour going pool first. No hatch yet. Probably grabbing that shortly. Oh, what is happening? Never mind. He is grabbing a hatch, but it is right outside of Purge's natural. Looks like Purge was thinking of maybe going for a cannon rush on TechFour's nat, but his nat is not there. So now we just kind of wait and see what happens here. TechFour getting some gas. So maybe this is, he's going to make speedlings or roaches out of here. Roaches would probably be a better move. Yeah, Purge knows something's up because he hasn't seen that hatch yet, so he knows some shenanigans are going down, so he is getting his wall up post-haste. This scouting drone returning is probably going to see this hatch, I would imagine. Oh, nope, he's just going to chill at the watchtower, so he doesn't know exactly what's happening here. He has not seen this hatch yet, as far as I know. Nope. But he knows something's up. He's getting cannon, getting gateway. That Nexus, perhaps a bit ambitious, but it will keep him in the lead if TechFour is not successful at breaking through. Yeah, I'm curious to see where Tech goes with this. I'm thinking like it's going to be roaches. I don't know why else he would have got the gas. Maybe some spines will be involved. He's bringing out some... Okay, so the gas was for link speed. Is he going to pull out now, or is he going to stay? He's staying in. Oh, Purge sees the proxy hatch. He sees... Oh, he accidentally blocks a spine from going down. But they are going down now. Purge trying to get a forward photon cannon. Very clever. In front of his wall so that he can kind of keep Purge's spine line from advancing to the point where it could attack the wall. But he can't attack it back. So that's a very interesting play by Purge. I like that. Purge making some Zerglings now. More drones and a queen at the proxy hatch. And Purge, I think, is just going to be happy to make cannons, get his cyber core out. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is kind of a Mexican standoff right here, because we've got cannons that are preventing these spines from moving up. Oh, and the drone takes the shots, but he stays alive. I don't know. I think if Tech got all 4 of these spines up and then moved them all up at the same time, he could probably get them down before the cannons took enough out. Tech is going for the... Alright, I guess I better actually expand hatch finally. Yeah, this is an interesting position for this game to be in. I don't know what the right move here is for either player, really. Alright, Purge going Stargate, so I think he's thinking if he gets some Void Rays out, it'll help him clean up the spines. But if Tech keeps making queens out of this hatch, that might be pretty easily countered. Mothership core coming in, that's going to be annoying. All he has is the 1 queen to try and ward that off. Yep, bum rushing with the spines and lings to kind of take the heat off him. Queen going ham on the mothership core. If that falls, that would be really great for Tech. He's lost 1 spine. Maybe he's going to lose 2. He's not focus firing on the... Okay, now he's focus firing on a single cannon. Gets that cannon down. 2 spines still remain. So he will thwart this kind of aggressive cannon position by Purge, but he still has to get through the actual wall. Mothership core takes out another spine, so TechFour is left with 1 spine. Ling's coming in for reinforcement. Long distance mining from his nat, which just completed. Workers pretty even. Purge is ahead by 2, but I don't know that that really matters right now. Yep, using the spines to try to break a hole in the wall. Purge gets a nice last-second close-off with some buildings. Zergling's not doing anything. He needs to get that mothership core down so he stops taking damage on his spines. Oh, he almost killed it and then stopped targeting it. Oh, okay. Zerglings do get in. Purge trying to cannon off, or force field off the cannon. First Void Ray pops out, and all he has is 1... He's okay. He's got 2 queens, which could take out this Void Ray, but he's in range of the cannons with the queen now. Zergling's trying to break through the pylon. They get in. Void Ray attacking its own Nexus, but it is going to be able to take out both of these queens because they did wander into the range of the cannon. He's only just starting another queen there now. Boy, a lot going on here. Warp Gate is done for Purge. It's taken some worker damage here. But he is still... Okay, now he's even in workers. Now he's losing a couple too many. He's down... Oh, some hold position micro on the probes there. But Void Ray is able to clean them all up. 14 workers killed. My god, that was a lot more effective than it appeared to be. No more spines left at this proxy hatch for TechFour. Purge just trying his damnedest to wall this thing off and keep the Zerglings out. I think more spines is really what he needed more than additional wings. Zerglings are just not going to be able to... Oh, there's a hole. There's a hole in the wall. But what's he going to do? He's not fighting units. He's focus firing on the cannons. I think that may have been a mistake. Yeah. Well, looks like Purges has held this. I mean, more Lings are coming in, but I don't think they're getting through that wall now. That there's 2 Void Rays out. He's got a sentry or 2. The wall is a little suspect. Purge does plug that hole that the Lings got in earlier. Making a spore now. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I still think TechFour could do some damage if he turns all these drones into spines and keeps knocking away at it. He needs to, yeah, he needs to control well versus the Void Rays. Get some damage done versus them. Not throw away drones. Yeah, why not make them a little further back? They don't need to start right in front of them. As long as there's no cannons kind of preventing him from moving the crawlers forward, then he's alright. Third base going down for TechFour. I guess that's sensible. He is fully saturated at his second. No gas. But for where he's going, he doesn't need gas. He's going Static D, Queen Ling, and 3 Void Rays coming to town on the proxy hatch. Are there any... There are no creep tumors out that I think. So if this goes down, there... Okay, there is one. So the creep won't fully go away with the death of this hatchery. So we can still move the crawlers around a bit, but larva production will stop. Although he does have quite a few larvae just kind of chilling here, so that may not be an issue for a while. Purge side of things, he's going for a Phoenix now. Interesting. Maybe going to go snipe overlords at tech space since he doesn't have a lot there to defend it. I'm not sure what he's thinking with a Phoenix. 3 Void Rays though, still pretty scary. Making Banelings now, going to try to help him get through the wall, I suppose. Purge doing a good job of trying to just poke at the edges of TechFour's buildings and take out what he can. I don't know if he should engage the Queens though. Yeah, he's taking a lot of damage on the Void Rays. Has an okay-ish size gateway force, a lot of sentries, which will be helpful stopping this Baneling bust from happening. TechFour throwing some drones on that third. And getting a lair. Man, this is a weird game. Purge just continues to make drones and probes and gateways and cannons. He is getting a Twilight Council, so maybe Dark Templar would help him. Banelings blow up on a pylon and blow through the cannon. There's a Zergling-sized hole they can get in. A lot of force fields, though, keeping them from doing a whole lot. Wow, some good force fields from Purge. Yeah, this is a messy engagement from Tech. Didn't get a lot done except breaking the wall down. And his spines did not move up as he was doing that, so he hasn't gained a whole lot of ground. The creep is kind of making a problem for Purge. It's creeping into where he would want to wall off. He can still kind of wall off this way, but if another tumor came out, it might kind of make it tricky for him. Warping in Zealots here at the front while Lings stream across the map. Lair is done for Tech. He's getting a Roach Warren and a Hydra Den, so it looks like he's thinking about getting out of this particular situation. And Roach Hydra would do quite well. There are some sentries, not many, mostly Zealots, mostly Void Rays, so not a lot in the way of splash. Looks like Purge is going to try to break out. TechFour tries to get us around with the Lings. Doing an okay job on the Zealots, but all these force fields are making it hard for his Lings to engage the rest of the Gateway Army. Voiders are fallen. Voiders are all dead. All that's left for Purge are a handful of Stalkers and sentries. Warping in a couple more sentries, a couple more Zealots right now. And all TechFour has left up front is these 3 Queens and the 1 Spine and Spore. So Purge is going to break out of here, I think, eventually. It's just a matter of time. 3 Phoenixes have been saved up by Purge, getting a 4th one. Very interesting that he's doing that. All kinds of upgrades going down for Tech. He is grabbing Roach Speed and Hydra Range, so I think he's just kind of biding his time until he can make that transition. Fully saturated as 3rd, so good on him for getting an eco up despite all this nonsense. Needs some more guys in gas, I think, though. Well, Purge is going to try to break out. He's got enough Stalkers that he can actually contend the Queens and the Spine. Everything is going to go down here. Purge does not have any detectors, so he can't clean up this creep at all, which is a bit annoying. It's gone all the way to Purge's third, which is really good by Tech, being quite annoying here. And that means he's got vision of Purge's army, so if he stays all the way around, or all the way on his side of the map, TechFour is going to know when he leaves and when he stays. So that's actually really good by Tech. He made the best out of a bad situation there, I feel like. Roaches and Hydras starting to come out now. +1/+1, almost done. Looks like Purge wants to kind of go for it now. He's got his Ball Queens moving, or Ball Phoenixes moving out. Probe coming out to start a proxy pylon. But yeah, TechFour's got to know. Ooh, loses a Phoenix. Not sure those Phoenixes are going to be super helpful. Maybe Purge was anticipating a Muta switch or something like that. I'm not sure what those Phoenixes were for. There's an Oracle in here as well, maybe for detection. Proxy pylons are coming in. A little light skirmish as Purge waits for that to finish, and Tech struggles to get out more units. He's got a lot in the production tab, so I feel like the longer Purge waits, the better it's going to be for Tech. Purge not noticing the fourth that's building. He could potentially be getting surrounded by units that get produced from there. TechFour is going to try to push it. Oracle Revelates, or whatever the hell that ability's called, on Tech's army, but not very helpful. Force fields a little too late. That's a good line of force fields, but he waited too long to cut the army off, and too much got through. So now it's just going to be Blink Micro, and Phoenixes not doing much of anything. Purge is on the run. TechFour just stomps through his army. It was kind of a devastation there. TechFour's main starting to mine out, same with Purge, so Purge is nearly on 1 base of income, and Tech is up on 2. So props to Tech. He really made a lot out of a bad situation. Yeah, I think provoking Purge into going for Stargate units really ended up working out for TechFour. TechFour cleaning up the proxy pylons on his side of the map and just kind of posting up outside Purge's base. Yeah, this is a bad spot for Purge. He's got a lot of Blink Stalkers, which have +1 attack. +2/+2 on the way for TechFour. But yeah, he needs Splash, he needs Colossus, he needs High Templar. I don't think just a ball of Blink Stalker is going to help him against this Ling Roach Hydra army. Purge blinks over his own wall and starts to warp in on that side. This is just going to be scary for him. Does not have anything really except Blink Micro to help him out here. And it's alright. He's keeping his Stalkers alive, but he's not really doing much to this army. Purge GG's. Yeah. Dang.
TechFour versus Purge.
Alright, here we are on Roses and Roses Never Cry. Spawning at the bottom left corner. He is up 1-0 over his opponent right now. If he wins this game, goes through to the winner's match. He is.
TechFour.
And spawning at the top corner of the game, or of the map rather, the green Protoss, down 1-0, needs to bring it back. It is. Ooh, it is.
Purge.
Alright, here we are. Roses Never Cry. Haven't seen a lot of this map recently. I think we've seen it once before in the group stage 1. Yeah, kind of a weird setup here. We've got, 5 bases on each side of the map, and then in the middle there is this big kind of plateau of high ground which just stretches across the entire map. I know during the first group stage selection there was a lot of talk about Protoss death balls hanging out the top of this ramp and Zerg's not being able to break through. So yeah, it could be pretty scary for a Zerg. I get why Purge chose this map. But yeah, we'll see what he's got planned here. Tech not going hatch first again, going pool into gas. Assume he'll get his hatch pretty quick after. Purge going for the Nexus first, and he grabs a gateway and gas now. So Purge should have an economic lead here, which is scary for his Zerg. Oh dear, Tech going for a Roach Warren on one base. So this could be a pretty good way to counter the Nexus first. Purge's probe coming in, sees no hatch, and he should be able to spot the Roach Warren here. Probably not too happy once he sees it. Oh, I don't know. Did he actually see it? He didn't. He did not see the Roach Warren. Oh dear. Oh, what TechFour cancels it? What? The mind games? I can't. Okay, so the TechFour thought Purge saw the Roach Warren. He didn't. So he canceled his Roach Warren that Purge didn't see to make a hatchery. So what? That's weird. I don't know what that even means. I mean, I guess it just means he has a really late hatchery. So yeah, I think when you get scouted like that, you gotta just commit to it, right? Like canceling and doing a slow version of whatever the alternative is I don't think any better than doing a build that your opponent knows is coming. Make him prove he can defend it, especially if you're up 1-0. That's what I say. But everyone's a genius in hindsight. Well, Tech says I've got too much minerals, so I'm just gonna throw down another hatchery. Fair enough. Pulled out a gas after the 100 to get link speed. Meanwhile, we still have his scouting drone in here, just checking things out. Not seeing much of anything. Purge does a sentry, going for warp gate. Just making drones. Nothing too crazy here. Scouting lings are out for TechFour. Gonna push the probe away. Tech's natural is done now. He can main art some drones down there. Purge is pretty far up in the workers right now, although Tech is starting to claw back at it. Lings killed the scouting probe. Yeah, some weird games here that I don't know what to make of. A couple more gateways coming down. And TechFour scouting ling pokes at the wall, sees what's going on. Nothing too weird about that. His third's done now at 6:30. Nice and quick. Yeah, just making drones. No gas yet for TechFour. And yeah, Purge has not chosen his tech path yet. All we have are these 3 gateways. Some okay Overlord spread here by TechFour. Kind of getting a couple angles. I don't know if he's actually moved in with any of them yet. Okay, he has... Well, those are probably from his... Oh, he does have vision of the 2 gas geysers, though, so that's really nice. His scouting drone pretty much saw everything else there was to see in the main earlier. A robo facility coming down now. So this could be interesting. Don't know if he's going to go for Immortals or what. Here comes a Roach Warren for Tech. Starting to get a little bit of gas, not very much. Maybe just enough to get his lair and then reassess after that. Yeah, TechFour just sticking some Overlords in the corners. +1 weapons coming down for Purge. All I got are these 2 sentries. And here's the robo facility done. So let's see if he's going to make something out of that. A warp prism. Okay. Maybe fly it into the main, force field the ramp, do some damage. Some Evo chambers coming down for Tech. Still... Okay, finally starting to get the gas that is his natural here. Still no lair? Yeah, no lair for TechFour. Pretty late, I think. More gateways for Purge. Just gonna see like a 7 gate with a warp prism. Is that a thing? Well, here come 4 sentries being loaded into the warp prism. So yeah, I think we're gonna see a force field on the ramp, and then a massive warp in. I'm not sure if Tech saw that with the Overlord. And these Overlords are kind of skating out of the way, so if he didn't see it with that, I don't think he'll see it unless it's with this one. TechFour getting the rest of his gases now. Probably could stand for a 4th base at this point. Finally getting his lair. +1/+1 coming down for him. All he really has are these couple of roaches on the map, I think. Oh, here's the warp prism flying onto creep. It's TechFour. He's trying to move his roaches towards it, but these are still slow roaches because of that lair being so late. And I think, yep, he's not going to be able to get up there. Whoop. Get out of there. Get out of there, sentries. Alright. And Purge just warps in a bunch of zealots. And he just needs to keep force fielding that ramp. I don't know if going after the Evo chamber is what you want to be doing. Wasting a lot of time here, it feels like. Not getting much done. Not a great place for these zealots to be. Two of them just kind of stuck between everybody. He's microing the sentries too much and not microing his zealots, I think. Just a small handful of roaches slowly working on. Purge is going to take out the roach horn, which is annoying. I don't know if... it's not being rebuilt. Hydra Den is going down now, though. All we can make are lings at this moment in time. But the reinforcing roaches out of the main were able to get to a substantial enough number that looks like this is not going to do anything else. All that Purge got for all that was a roach warren. No worker damage, and yeah, that's it. This is defended. Get out of here, Purge. Didn't even take out the Evo chamber. Dang. I think bit of a miscontrol there from Purge. Really good idea. Build was executed well, but yeah, I think he just had some issues choosing the right targets and how to move those zealots. I think you want to just go right for the mineral line, right? No reason to... If you've got the force field on the ramp, it doesn't really matter what tech buildings he has. You shouldn't be able to make an army just off of the one hatch that can rival yours. But TechFour is like, alright, well, it's my turn. I'll come mess with you a little bit. Purge unloading the Warp Prism survivors and sending it back across. Probably going to set it up for a backstab when this attack starts. I like that. But yeah, we'll just have to see. Purge does have an Immortal out, which will help against the roaches, but it's just one. And Tech's got a lot of lings to support this army. I think he's going to have a hard time breaking down this wall, maybe. Still plenty of sentries that have force fields, so if he throws his army against this wall, it could get cut up pretty well by the force fields. And yeah, I think Tech is like, well, maybe not now. Maybe not right now. If he had like a Nidus Worm that he could throw somewhere, like over here, that'd be a good way to get in and get past the wall. But yeah, I don't think... I respect his choice there. He's taking a fourth. His money's starting to get a little out of control. I don't think he's decided if he's going to transition. He's getting a Baneling Nest +2/+2, but other than that, it looks like he wants to stay on Roach Hydra. Oh, Infestation Pit, so he's going to get ready to go to Hive, maybe just for +3/+3 though. Purge just sticking with this gateway composition, only a single Immortal. He is getting a Colossus now and getting Thermal Lance for it. Kind of feeling like it's too little, too late, maybe. He's gonna kill his own forge so he can get out of his base. That's too bad. Tech has sort of eyes on this expansion, not really on this one. I wonder which one Purge would want to take. Purge sending a Zealot out to the Watchtower, scare that Zergling away, get some vision on his side of things. That Warp Prism still hanging out in between Tech's main and third, waiting for its time to strike. And here goes Purge over to clear out his third, throw down a Nexus. Did he get anything with this Twilight Council? I mean, he has +2 weapons. Looks like he does have Blink and not Charge, though. Okay. So he's got Blink Stalkers. First Colossus comes out and +3 weapons. Thermal Lance nearly complete. I think he needs another Robo at this point. I don't think making one Colossus at a time is gonna help him. Whoa! Killing some... No, he doesn't need to clear up supply. Huh, must have been a misclick. Lot of Banelings coming here, it looks like. Baneling Speed finishing up right now. Spire almost done as well. Purge is going to get a wall up on one ramp leading into his third, but not this one, it seems. So Tech is going to just run right through it all. Oh no, Tech is going to go into the wall. Nope, and then he's like, why go up that way? And I go up this way. Force fields could be good here. Yep, that's good force fields. Well done there, Purge. Cut off enough to be annoying. Didn't lose too much. Looks like Tech's trying to pivot around, or he's just going to back off till the force fields go away and try again. Force fields not the best, but okay since that's all he had. This Colossus doing some work. Second one joining up now, but Tech's splitting his army, trying to come in from both sides. And yeah, this Colossus running for his life. First Colossus going down right now. All that's left is Roach Hydra versus a Colossus Immortal and a handful of Stalkers. I think Purge is going to hold on here. Tech not targeting the Colossus, so it's going to get pushed out. Waves of reinforcements streaming across the map for TechFour, though. And Purge is not reinforcing very well, it seems. Still got same amount of gateways. Oh, added these 3, so that's alright. Oh, TechFour says, screw your third. You killed that goddamn Forge earlier, so I'm just going to run in and maybe snipe the Nexus. Purge has to move his army back. Yeah, many Lings just running by into the main. Going to do a lot of worker damage. Well, he lets the Roach Hydra try and fight the army here. Oh yeah, Photon Overcharge on the Nexus, so Lings are trying to break it down. And Purge taps out. Yeah, he lost his army, about to lose many Nexuses, and that's too bad. Well played by TechFour there. Had a really good defense.
Scytale versus Canary.
Alrighty, here we are on KTV Ganymede once again, spawning in the bottom left corner, a different purple Zerg than before. It is
Scytale.
And spawning at the top of KTV Ganymede, a man who needs no introduction. It is the Orange Terran.
Canary.
Alright. Well, I'm already disappointed by this game because Canary is not making proxy racks, so just stop the cast right now. I want my money back. It's not why I agreed to cast this group. Canary known for his really aggressive cheese in a lot of matchups. I guess all of them really. But I do know that he doesn't have a lot of success cheesing out Zerg players. So maybe that's why he's not going for it here. Be interested to see what he tries to do instead. If he tries to go play macro, or maybe he's got some kind of aggressive Hellbat thing he wants to bust out. Scytale doing the wise thing against Canary, which is going pull first. Hopefully we'll see a hatch pretty soon and not more one-base shenanigans. Yep, there he goes to grab his hatchery now. I wonder how much research Scytale did going into this matchup. If he knows Canary's reputation, and maybe that will mean he'll be playing more scared as a result of it, or if he's just like, just like any other ladder game, whatever. I don't know how Scytale plays normally very much, so I won't be able to see any deviations that he's doing specifically for Canary. Canary going Reaper first, so we'll see how many he makes. If he, stops at like 3-ish and goes for CC, or if he just piles them on. The scouting SCV is a little concerning to me, because it seems like you don't need the SCV scout if you're opening Reaper. So maybe this guy is going to throw down a bunker, or maybe he'll just help the Reaper harass. Oh, there's the bunker. Yep, that's what I thought. All right. Yeah, this bunker must be in range of the hatchery. Oh, looks like Scytale is seen it, and he's pulling a lot of drones to try and stop it. Let's see how his control is, how many he loses. There goes one. Yep, nice splitting, getting a couple on the SCV and a couple on the Reaper. Queen finishes off the SCV, so no bunker here. I think he's... Oh, there goes the second drone. So he's lost 2 drones so far, but Lings are out, and they're going to scare the Reaper away. Second one is inbound, though, so I wonder if Canary will try to go back in or go home. Yep, just doing a little micro to take out as many Lings as he can. So is it just the 2 drones? Yep, just 2 drones and a handful of Lings that Canary was able to take out there. Queen throwing its little spiny bits at the Reapers. Canary trying to micro the weakened ones back. doing a fair amount of damage on that queen with just the 2 Reapers, but he's got to be careful. Doesn't want to lose it. Alright, nice job. Taking out quite a few lings, this Canary. So, doing what he can. Up to 3 now. Is he making... Yeah, yep, he's just piling it on, making a CC and a factory. 2 command centers at the same time. That's Canary macro, is you just mine a bunch of minerals, and when you notice that you're floating 1,000, you just make as many CCs as you can. So yeah, we'll see how this goes for him. Does take out a queen with these 3 Reapers. Looks like he lost a Reaper though, but another one coming in to replace the fallen one. Looks like he's finally stopped making Reapers, throwing on a reactor, and getting a star port now that the factory's done. Making a Hellion as well. Expect he'll throw the factory onto the reactor when it's done. Taking out another worker with these 3 Reapers, and a creep tumor, it looks like. Looks like he's going to get this queen as well. Yeah, 16 lings on the way for Scytale, but too little, too late, I think. Losing a lot of workers here to these 3 Reapers. Yeah, man, they're just going down. Doesn't stop this entire base. Oh, he is going to get us around. Oh, nope, Reapers just glide on through. Is he going to be able to... Nope, if he runs into the queen, they're goners, I think. Does see Scytale getting the lair, but loses all of his Reapers for it. I don't know. That was a lot of drone kills. 10 drone kills in total, so probably I'd say it's worth it. Canary throwing down double eBay now. I want to get some upgrades and maybe some turrets in case Scytale goes for mutas after that lair is done, but he knows the lair just started, so he knows he's got a while before he needs to worry about mutalist. Still hasn't taken his natural, though. He's got 3 CCs on 1 base. Looks like maybe he's thinking about it now. Yeah, there he goes. Gonna start a wall. All Canary really has, though, is this handful of Hellions and a Viking, which will probably go around and try to pick off some Overlords. So, I mean, is he not getting... Looks like Scytale not getting speed for his lings, which is a real shame, because he is... I mean, he could potentially do some damage in here. There's just not much on Canary's side of the map right now, but looks like Scytale playing pretty scared after all those worker losses. Just trying to keep himself alive. Got a Spore and a Spine. Fearful of Banshees and Hellbats, it seems. And I suppose rightfully so, because here comes a Banshee for Canary. So we'll see what he can get done with that. I don't know if this Viking has not actually found any Overlords, just kind of gliding right by a couple of them. There he goes. Search gets one, but Scytale could save this if he really wanted to. Oh, he's going to try to morph it into an Overseer to save it before the Viking takes it out. Could be close. Could be a close thing. Does. Nice. Looks like Overseer's going to get out of there. Viking trying to chase it down, but it's got to be careful it doesn't fly into that Spore. Alright, well, Canary's saving up a lot of Hellions here, and doesn't look like he's going to be stopping anytime soon. I don't see an armory yet, so I don't know if it's going to be Hellbats. No third yet for Scytale. Just going for maybe 1/1 roaches. He's kind of missing his window a little bit, I think. All that worker damage really set him back. He does have the 3 gases, which is kind of what you want for 1/1 roach. And I don't think Canary has done any scouting of his thirds, I guess, except with the Viking that flew through earlier. Canary scanning, sees the layers finished, doesn't catch any tech, but pretty good coverage of the scan that couldn't be really any buildings hiding over here. Yeah, he sees the roaches with the Viking. That's kind of harassing his front. Viking harass. Wow, what a concept. Oh, flies into the Spore, though. Pulls it back at the last minute. What is Canary up to here? Just a lot of Hellions. Adding on some more barracks now and getting +1/+1 for the 2 Marines he has. So that's great. Banking up a lot of Banshees too. He's got 3 right now. Looks like Scytale's going to go for it with this handful of roaches he's got. I think those are speed roaches. Yep, they are. So we'll see how they fare against the ball of Hellions and Banshees. Oh, Scytale on move command, just taking a lot of shots, not fighting. Looks like he just wants to run in, I guess. Oh, there he goes. Now he's starting to fight. I mean, he'll do alright against these Hellions, but the Banshees are gonna wreck him eventually. Yeah, just like that. Well, he threw down his third behind it. Some straggler roaches just dying for not a lot of reason right here. Well, that was interesting. We're still not... Oh, there's an armory. Okay, so Canary could potentially... Oh, yep, there's more from the Hellbats right now. Yeah, this would be a good time to cancel the third and maybe even do the killing blow. He doesn't have any medevacs for these guys. And doesn't look like he wants it. And he just continues to pump out to Banshees from his starport. And going for his third right now. Well, we'll see how much damage he gets done. Canary just kind of posting up right now. Not even going to go for the third. Just a small contingent of Roachling for Scytale. I don't think that's what you want versus Banshee Hellbat. He never really teched out of it. He got his lair, but no Spire, no Baneling Nest. It's gonna be hard for him to defend this. And Canary's just gonna say, "All right, I'll just go kill your third then. I've got my third down. It's mine in a way, so I'll be ahead if I kill this thing." And he could probably just go home right now, to be honest. And he'd be well and truly ahead. He's ahead in the worker count, ahead in army count, ahead in bases. He's ahead in pretty much every conceivable way at this point. I don't know what Scytale can do to get back into the game here. Yeah, trying to scout out a little bit of what Canary's doing, but he's not really doing anything. He's just making units right now. +2/+2 on the way for his bio. Scytale going for a Hydra Den. I mean, that'll help him against the Banshees. And there's not a lot in the way of medevacs for this army, so if he got a nice ball of Roach Hydra, he might be able to take it heads up. But yeah, Roach Hydra on 2 base is just... that's asking too much, I think. Canary not trying to move into Scytale's natural with this army. I think if his armies meet up, then he can probably do some serious damage, but there's a pretty good number of roaches out now. No, still not a lot in the way of answers for the Banshees though, although Hydras are starting to pop now. So yeah, I mean, Scytale is doing the right thing, I think, but his economy is just fallen so far behind that the longer he doesn't have that third base, just the bigger and bigger Canary's army is going to get. They're both floating quite a lot right now. So I guess we'll just call it a wash in terms of that. But without the third for the production, it's going to be hard for Scytale to get enough Roach Hydra, I think, to contest. Finally, some medevacs coming out to heal up the injured bio for Canary. Looks like he's thinking about walling off his third now too. He's still up like 20 in the worker count, so yeah, Scytale has got to somehow do economic damage to Canary to get him off this third base while he gets one, and also not lose too much that he doesn't have an army left to contest a counterattack from Canary after that. And honestly, I think if these armies just face each other heads up, Scytale's doomed. Engagement happening. Hellbats at the front and the back and every which way. Breathing fire on them. There's a lot of Marauders in here. Banshees not... yeah, Hydras are not taking out the Banshees. I don't think he lost a single one, so... Scytale's army just gets obliterated. And I think at this point, the game is done. I don't think there's anything that Scytale can ever do now to get back into it. And yep, looks like he agrees, because he GG's. So, Scytale taps out. Yeah, that was a rough game to watch as a Zerg. Just seemed like after all that economic damage early on from the Reapers, Scytale just never really got his foot back in the game. His third was late, his Roach attack was late, and just didn't do anything, so that's too bad. Yeah, I guess well microed by Canary to get all those worker kills with those Reapers. I think if you're going up against Canary, the trick to surviving his mass Reapers is to just go real heavy on the queen count, right? You know, he will micro back against them, and you're just gonna kind of got to be diligent in that regard. But yeah, just having the one queen at each base isn't going to work, as you saw, because he will just snipe them down. You won't be able to produce any units to defend the Reapers. You won't be able to make a lot of drones, and it just kind of gets out of control. All right, well, let's go into game 2. Scytale, as his map, picks Roses Never Cry as well. So we're seeing that as a second map pick in both the series that we've seen so far tonight. So I will see you on the other side.
Scytale versus Canary.
Alrighty, here we are on Roses Never Cry for game 2 of this series, spawning at the top right corner. The purple Zerg, he is down 1-0, needs to bring it back. He is.
Scytale.
And spawning at the bottom left, the orange Terran, orange for cheese, I assume. It is.
Canary.
Alright, well, I see on the minimap we've got 2 SCVs moving their way across the map here, so I imagine Canary's going to get up to some shenanigans. Very interesting to me that Scytale picked this map. I don't know what about it Scytale thinks he can use to his advantage. Very nice, like, barracks nook here for Canary to sneak some buildings into. I wonder if that's intentional by the map maker, because that seems too convenient to be true. It's going to be 11-11 racks from Canary. Yep. And Scytale is going pool for a hatch, so he'll be in an okay-ish position to try and respond to this. But I think it's going to come down to control again. And based on what we saw last game, a little scared for Scytale. Seems like he has the right ideas about how he needs to defend the early stuff, but it looks like maybe his micro just isn't quite there. He's going down for his hatch. First barracks is done by Canary, and he's picking it up. Oh, to let the SCV out, I see. And then dropping it back down to start Marines. And gonna try to finish up a wall at his main ramp so that he can be safe against any Zerglings that try to just run across the map. Yep, got his scouting SCV, gonna go in, be like, yep, everything's normal here, because Scytale has not seen Canary's base yet, so as far as he's concerned, it is normal. Another bunker going down. Does Scytale see that? He does. He sees it out of the corner of his eye. Is he responding, though? Yep, pulling drones again. Oh, boy, he's gonna be unhappy, I think, after this match. Yep, needs to push the Marines away while focusing on the SCVs, and his queen is popping out right now, so if he could pull that down. Oh, he's not doing a good job focusing on the building SCV, though. Is he going to get that? Oh, nice. Very nice by Canary to squeeze the Marines into that nook. Loads them into the bunker. Oh, man. Losing a lot of drones as Scytale. It's down 5 already. Yeah, this is rough. Needs to get this Overlord out of here before he gets sniped down by these Marines. Cancels his own hatch. I don't know how I feel about that. I would have let it go on for a while. You need to buy time with that hatch. Canceling it's okay, but you want to wait as long as you can, I think. Spine going down for Scytale to stop the Marines from just running up into the base and shrekking everything. But Canary's happy with the damage he's done. He's going to pick up and just go home. Leave this bunker here, I guess, just to be in... Nope, he's going to empty it out and sell it back while he takes CC back at home. Yeah, nice little early pressure from Canary. Puts him ahead. Didn't cost him a whole lot. Cost Scytale quite a lot in terms of workers. He's staying in gas after getting Ling speed, so I'm thinking maybe he's going to try to do a Ling Bane bust to respond, but the thing about the 11-11 is you've got the barracks to be part of your wall, and those things are not fun to try to break through with Banelings. It takes a lot. So we'll see if he goes for the Banelings. No Baneling nest yet for Scytale. I think he just doesn't have any idea what he's facing down here. He hasn't got any eyes on whether Canary's like just built 20 bunkers and loaded them all up or what. He's just afraid to go outside right now. Looks like Queen maybe is trying to get some vision down there, but there's nothing there, man. There's nothing there. Yep, Canary just finishing up his CC, making SCVs. Oh, there's the Baneling nest for Scytale. So it looks like he's going to try to bust through. I don't think it's going to work. I mean, he could get through this bunker, I suppose. Canary doesn't have any vision on the map, so he won't be able to see anything coming. He didn't leave any SCVs on the towers or anything. But he's probably expecting some kind of counter aggression. Because that's how Zergs do when you bunker rush them. They go, oh yeah, you're gonna cheese me, I'm gonna cheese you back. Oh, is sending an SCV out now. Try and see what there is to see. Looks like it's headed towards the third base maybe? Or just going across to the natural? Yep, okay. So he's gonna see if Scytale did eventually try to retake his nat. But the Lings are already here. They need to wait, I think. Yeah. That's bad. He showed his hand before he had Banelings morphing. SCV confirms there's no hatch, so Canary needs to have a defense here. Lair on the way for Scytale. I'm not sure what he's going to do with that. Canary trying to reinforce the front of his wall to protect the bunker. Very interesting. All he really has is a bunch of Marines. But if all the Banelings get consumed just getting through the wall, and it's just Lings versus Marines, he could micro his way out of the situation. Ooh, Scytale blocking his own Banelings with the Lings. Not the best move. Doesn't even get through the bunker. Oh, man. Rip. That's too bad. Yep, Scytale GG's.
TechFour versus Canary.
Alright, here we are back on KTV Ganymede for Game 1, spawning in the bottom portion of KTV Ganymede. Once again, it is a purple Zerg. This time it is...
TechFour.
And spawning in the top of KTV Ganymede, the Orange Terran, the Cheese Master himself, it is...
Canary.
Alright, so, is Canary going to do what he did to Scytale to TechFour, or is he going to give him a little more respect than that? I mean, no proxy racks yet, so, and that counts, so far so good, but I wonder if he'll go for the same build against Tech on this map that he did versus Scytale, with like the mass Hellion Banshees. Maybe it'll depend on how many worker kills he gets at the nat. Tech going pool or gas into pool again before hatch, so it may not work out the same way if Canary goes for the 5 Reapers again. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Tech diligently scouting with his first couple overlords for proxy racks locations. Very nice. Yep, not getting a hatch yet. He's still got ways to go in terms of minerals before he can throw that down. He's getting gas though. He should have enough for speed by the time that pool finishes, and does use a scouting drone to get into Canary's base and see what's going on. I wonder if that's gonna cause Canary to use his first Reaper to kill this drone, which would delay it a bit. And scouting SCV coming across as well, so he must be going for that bunker again, is what I would assume. Sees no nat for TechFour though, and may be a little concerned about that. Speed on the way. Queen and 6 Lings coming out for Tech. He's gonna lose his scouting drone to the first Reaper, I guess. And maybe Canary's just not even gonna go, or maybe he'll wait for a more substantial amount of Reapers, because he knows Lings are already out, and doesn't get to throw a bunker down with that SCV. So maybe his plans are are in shambles already. Is going to throw down a factory. Oh, and he's going to stop at 2 Reapers and then go into Marines. Tech coming across the map with his slowlings. You know, maybe hoping to put some pressure on a low ground CC if Canary is feeling that audacious, but it's not often I see him do that. Yep, you're going to throw it down in his main. Yeah, Tech's hatchery coming along. He has pulled out of gas, so no Baneling shenanigans. Just going to get the speed for his lings. No second CC for Canary yet. Maybe he feels he hasn't done enough damage to get away with that, and he's probably right. Speed done for Tech, so he can kind of chill out. Maybe try to inconvenience Canary if he goes to land a CC here. Should be able to engage the Reapers if they come out now. Yep, just waiting for Tech's hatchery to finish up here, so we can throw some drones on that. Getting even more lings, though. Wonder what he plans to do with those. Swapping the factory onto the reactor is Canary. CC's almost done. Gonna get a tech lab with his barracks. Start pumping out Hellions 2 at a time. It's got a Marine patrol in the back of his base, maybe to snipe any overlords that try to see what's going on. These lings are doing an okay job because they can just run up and see pretty much everything. Doesn't really need to sacrifice the overlord. Yep, Baneling Nest coming down for Tech, so maybe he's just going to say, well, if all you have is some Reapers and some Hellions, maybe I can get in there and get something done. Starport coming out for Canary. No eBays, armories yet. So I gotta assume, yeah, he's cleared the tech lab for the starport, so Banshees must be what he has planned. But Banelings are morphing outside of Canary's base. This floating CC is gonna try to land and be like, oh, hi, I see you're trying to kill me right now. Canary's gonna come down and try to engage the Ling Bling. This is a nice place for him to take an engager because he can just fire in a line up the ramp. Yeah, Tech is kind of thwarted here. The slow Banelings are just not super useful against Reapers and Hellions, which are so fast. All the Banelings are dead. Just got Lings now, and they get roasted. So, I think that was an ill-conceived attack by Tech. Well played by Canary, though, to kind of get out in front of it and not wait for the bust to come through the wall, because then you're having to try to micro inside of your base, and much easier to do it kind of out in front or through the choke here. So yeah, well played by Canary, nice control. And now he's just gonna Rambo across with the Hellions and Reapers, and there ain't nothing here. Roach Warren is being built, but it's a ways away. Oh, and the humanity of all of these drones getting torched alive. Yeah, that's pretty rough. Nothing Tech can really do about it. He's got, nothing. Got Lings in the mail, but that's not going to help against Hellions. If you could get a big surround, but the cars are just torching everything. They're going to take out the Roach Warren, so it's only be able to get 2 Roaches out, which is just way too late and way too few to do anything. Tech is really hurting at this point. 19 drones dead. Oh man. So this is looking even worse for him than it was for Scytale, and I didn't think it could get much worse than that. Yeah, so if I were Canary, I would just do what he did there and do it again, which looks to be exactly what he's thinking. Mass Hellions, get an armory at some point. Well, he doesn't have eBays yet, does he? Yeah, so it's gonna be a while before he can get Hellbats. Did sneak in his 3rd CC behind all that, and making quite a few Banshees too. Yeah, Tech's just like, well, I've got some Lings and 2 Roaches. I guess I better get out there and see what I can do, but I think it's better that just gonna throw some Lings on the map to get eyes when he moves out, which is happening right now. So, pretty worried for Tech at this point. This is not the army he needs to defend right now. He didn't even remake his Roach Warren until right now, so morphing some Banes, which, if Canary isn't paying attention, could get some good hits on these Hellions. Still no armory, so they're going to stay as Hellions, but So yeah, surprising the banelings. He's aware of them now, so he will be careful and not let them all run into his Hellion ball. Queen comes out to try to shoo away the Banshees, but this queen not helping at all. And they're both going to go down. There's a spore on the way, 2 spores even, but these Banshees can probably kill this entire mineral line before those spores are done. Looks like he's going to try to target one of the spores, just to buy himself an angle. And yeah, now he's focusing down roaches. I'd focus down the banelings too. Oh man, this is rough. Alright, now the Hellions are like, now we can help. Is he gonna try to kill the roach warren again? Ooh, careful. Some dancing. A couple more roaches do sneak out. Now this roach number is starting to get closer to something that Canary should respect. But yeah, the damage has been done here. Canary floating quite a lot. He's about to hit Oprah money. Yep, he's done it, folks. You know, he's got very low saturation in his main too, which makes that especially impressive. Here comes a swell of barracks. He knows he needs to get some more unit production facilities, start spending that money. 2 eBays as well. Wants to land his 3rd CC here, but this single circling is just like, nah bro, I dare you. But he's going to come clean it up. And yeah, I'll be able to land that CC finally, if he remembers. Tech trying to kind of get out in front, but these Banshees are just going to keep pushing him back. Yeah, this is rough. When the Banshee numbers start to get high, you either need to go Mutas or you need to go Hydras. And so far, Tech is not doing either of those because he's just getting his lair right now. No 3rd base still. So he's in a really bad spot, I think. There's just no way that he should be able to come back here. I think what he's trying to go for is maybe just a big Roachling Bling bust to just break through. But even if he does get through, the Banshees will eventually clean up the army. Trying to put some pressure on Canary's 3rd is Tech. And he's got an okay number of roaches to do it. They can definitely deal with the Hellions, but those Banshees are still unaccounted for, although they are on the wrong side of the map right now. So we potentially... Oh, there's a couple more, and a big ball bio, and a Raven. So he'll be able to reset the Hellion numbers, but he's not going to get out of this engagement alive. The Banshees and the bio are just going to shred him. And you know, this was actually, I feel, an okay engagement for Tech. He's reset Canary's army pretty much entirely. It did pretty much cost him his entire army as well, but he's not going gently into that good night. The other Banshees return to help clean up. He might get some worker kills here, which would be good, since he has 20 workers behind Canary at this point. But yeah, Canary's reinforcements coming out now to help clean up, and now I feel like we're just kind of where we were at the start of the engagement, where Tech doesn't have much, and it's going to be a while to replace all those roaches. He's got a lot of gas banked, but very low mineral income. I do see he did throw down his 3rd in the middle of that engagement, so... Oh, no, he actually threw it down at the end of the engagement, which is not quite what you want to do. Still a ways off before that's done. Canary dropping the Banshees and going for some medevacs now to start supporting this bio, which is a good move. He's still got 4 Banshees left over, so that's probably a good time to stop. Finally, Tech throws down a Spire while he's waiting for his 3rd. The Banshee number has gotten too insane for him to just keep throwing roaches at it, I think. This Raven is kind of interesting. I wonder what... Maybe he saw the mass roach and was fearful of some burrow movement tactics? I'm not sure. This Marine is on the verge of scouting the 3rd, but not quite. Canary scans the 3rd over here and sees nothing, so maybe if he doesn't see this, he might think no 3rd in sight for Tech, but this is actually almost done. Tech throwing down a lot of buildings. Hydroden in addition to the Spire and 2 Evos. I think getting a Hydroden and a Spire is probably too ambitious, especially off 2 base, but his 3rd is finishing now. Getting some drones on there, but he needs army. Canary's coming for him with Hellbats and Combat Shield Marines and Banshees and just all kinds of stuff. Is he gonna see the 3rd? Looks like he doesn't see it, so yeah, he'll walk right on by. I don't know if that's to Tech's benefit or his detriment, but he's going to try to fight, but there's just not enough. It's, yeah. No upgrades for Tech, no army. Low econ. It's all the way bad for Tech.
TechFour versus Canary.
Alright, and here we are, all in Annihilation Station. Spawning in the bottom right corner, the purple Zerg is down 1-0, needs to bring this game back. He is.
TechFour.
And spawning at the top right corner, a man who is one game away from moonwalking out of his group in first place. The Orange Terran, the cheesiest man I know. It is.
Canary.
Alright, Annihilation Station. I like this map a lot. We're going to see a lot of it in the next group stage because it is the starting map for Group Stage 2, replacing KTV Ganymede. So we'll become intimately familiar with it in the very near future. I think this is only the second time, maybe the third, that we've seen it in Group Stage 1. But yeah, very cool looking map. Got some interesting base layouts here. You've kind of got your third low ground outside of the natural, and then there's kind of this high ground, third or fourth, you could take. That's got some destructible debris you can wall off. Yeah, it's some pretty open spaces in the middle with a couple of nooks and crannies that you need to be careful of. But all in all, pretty open. So I can see why Tech picked this map. I would pick this map, but I do like it a whole lot, not even considering balance issues. Canary trying to harass with his SCV, gets a couple hits on the drone. Tech not really responding, probably to his benefit. Oh, there he goes. Pulls a second drone to help. Oh, nearly lost the initial one, though. But he does save it. Canary going CC first. I mean, hell, if you're up 1-0, why not? And that's the last thing TechFour will expect. Who did go hatch first, it seems, then gas, then pool. Yeah, Canary going hatch first. I don't know what to make of that. I don't know what he likes to do off of hatch first. If he's just going to go full macro, or if he's got a pressure build that lines up with that he can use. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Get in his barracks. I don't know if he'll make any Reapers. I mean, I guess he's got to. A Canary game, excuse me, with no Reapers is pretty embarrassing. Canary just kind of scouting out on Tech side of the map, seeing what there is to see, which is right now not much. Pool's done. Got enough gas for Tech to get link speed, so we'll see if he pulls out a gas after that or stays in. It feels like this SCV wants to throw down a bunker, but there's nothing coming, so I guess he won't. Oh, Roachhorn going down for Tech, so maybe we'll see. I feel like it's a little early for like a 3-base 1-1 Roach, so maybe it'll be even earlier than that. Maybe like a Roach Ling Bling off 2-base. That could be interesting. Canary building a third CC outside of his wall to reinforce the supply depots. That's a cute little maneuver. But here comes some Lings across the map and a very ambitious drone. Go home, friend. If Tech goes now, he can potentially snipe the SCV building it and delay it for quite some time. It's going to go for a supply depot instead. I think really missing an opportunity there is Tech. He should just focus the SCV down. This looks like he's thinking about it now. Canary's trying to protect it. Oh, that's a different... No, that is the building SCV. Okay, well, it's finished now. He's going to morph it into an orbital. Too bad that Tech couldn't punish that. But roaches are coming out now. All Canary has are a handful of Marines. He will have a bunker soon, which will help a lot. He can infinitely repair that if the Roach DPS is not high enough, and I don't think it will be. It's a very small number of Roaches. he is kind of making more, but the thing about roaches is they get across the map so slowly that you really need to just reinforce with wings, because the amount of DPS you're getting from making roaches as reinforcements is immediately undermined by how slow they are to actually get to the fight, whereas lings will get there basically immediately, and the time lost, I think, is too much. Looks like he's gonna see. He knew Canary made the 3rd CC, so I guess he's scouting out the 3rd just to see if it got landed. Oh, there are some slowlings in this composition coming through now, so I guess we are going to see a roachling bling attack, perhaps. No baneling nest, though, so just roaches and speedlings once speed finishes. But the lings are here before speed finishes, and oh, the repair is at the very last possible second. The SCVs weren't quite repairing. But yeah, the DPS is not enough to break through the bunker, so he's going to either have to start prioritizing SCVs, or he's just going to lose everything. Yeah, he's not going to be able to get through here, I think. Oh, he's trying to make another way through, taking out the SCV at the top. Trying to just force his way in here with SCVs dancing back and forth between the bunkers, but the DPS still not high enough. He's still repairing the bunker faster than Tech's able to take it down, so Tech is just going to lose everything here and not get through. Trying to muscle the roaches past, but yeah, Canary reinforces the wall to trap him. Oh man, this is just a shame, really. This is, I think, why you need to go with the banelings, because you need that burst from the banelings to just get through the bunker and not spend all this time trying to, you know, out DPS the SCV repair. So I think that may have been a mistake from Tech's end there. But yeah, he doesn't want to give up on it. It's kind of that sunk cost fallacy, you know. Once you've spent 2 minutes trying to kill a bunker, it's hard to resist the urge to be like, well, if I don't kill it now, then I have to admit the last 2 minutes was a waste. And it does take a lot of discipline and fortitude to know when you need to just cut your losses and back off. And he's not doing that. He is continuing to try and take it down, but yeah, I think it's not going to happen without banelings. Tech has killed 11 workers, though, so he's still not up in workers. Canary's has 40 to Tech's 30. Tech's macro is slipping enough that he feels okay double expanding. What's his Tech situation like? No lair yet still, right? Yep. Starting to take some gas at his natural. He's mineral saturated on 2 bases, and Canary is also, so they're equal in that regard, but Canary does have 3 CCs, so you cannot discount mules. Yeah, you can see up here that Canary's got, ooh, it spikes up to nearly doubling Tech's income with the 3 CCs. That's pretty rough. Getting double eBays is Canary and the Armory, so we'll expect to see some Hellbat maneuvers here shortly. Is there a starport? There is indeed, making medevacs. Naughty supply drop, I saw that. So yeah, we can probably expect to see a Stimbat timing here. Yeah, the interesting thing here is, since Tech double expanded, and if Canary goes for one of these bases, well, Canary knows about this one because he had the Marine here. So if he goes for this base, Tech could just forfeit it, transfer his drones to... Well, Canary sees it now, never mind. So he's aware of the double expand. So he won't be so foolish as to kill one of these hatches and then back off thinking he's taken the lead. So good move by him there. Yeah, hasn't landed his 3rd CC at an expansion yet. It's a pretty good amount of Marines that are going into these medevacs. Is he just going to go for a drop maybe? And maybe move this half of the army across to here? All Tech has is some speedlings, which aren't going to have +1/+1 by the time this gets here. Now he's getting a baneling nest. Now he's feeling like he needs them for the defense. It's going to be a bit late. I don't think it's going to be done in time to save this base if Canary goes now. But he's hesitating, waiting for his drop to arrive, I assume. Overlord's scouted out, so potentially he could respond all right to the drop portion, but I think this portion is going to take out this base for sure. 2 queens here are going to get annihilated immediately. No energy for transfuse. Not that it would matter. Yep, everything dead at this base, and the drop's coming into the main. And Tech is being pulled every which way. Looks like he's going to try to opt to fight this army, but this drop in the main is going to do some serious damage. Looks like Tech is successful at cleaning up this half of Canary's army, but he's lost everything in the main. He's lost 25 drones. Probably going to lose this lair. Wings alone are not going to be enough. Yeah, this is rough. And another drop coming in to his third base, and Tech's just like nuts to this and doesn't want to deal with it anymore, and I don't blame him.
Scytale versus Purge.
Alrighty, here we are back on KTV Ganymede for game 1 of this series, spawning at the bottom left corner of the map. It is yet again a purple Zerg. This one is
Scytale.
And spawning in the top position, it's our only Protoss player in this group. In the green, it is
Purge.
Alrighty, here we are. Apologies to the viewers. I'm noticing that our restream loop that we used to simulcast to Twitch and YouTube and Beam all at the same time is being a little latent at the moment, so apologies for degradation in the quality of the stream that you might be noticing. Hopefully it'll settle down soon. If not, we'll just have to deal with it, I guess. But anywho, so TVP got Purge versus Scytale here. TechFour dealt with Purge pretty handily in their series, although he did use some unconventional strategies, so we'll see if Scytale is able to shake him up the same way TechFour did, or if he's going to play a little more standard, and maybe that will give Purge the chance to show us what he's made of, as it were. Looks like Scytale went for pool before hatch, no gas yet. And looks like Purge went for the Nexus first into Gateway. Grabbing his gas now. Sending his scout and probe across the map to see what's going on. Yeah, no option to cannon rush for him. So the pool first is not going to be terribly useful for Scytale. Especially since he got no gas, he won't have really an option to put on early pressure with speedlings or anything. Purge sees the hatch, and he's going to go home. Gateway's done for Purge. See if he makes his initial zealot. Yep, there it goes. And now he's moving down to finish off the wall for his Nexus right after he drops the Cyber Core. Purge, or Scytale rather, is getting gas now. May just be for Ling speed. We'll have to see. He does have a Lord over here, so we can see that the Nexus has gone down, but he's kind of moving it out of the way of the wall. He may not realize this is actually high ground right here, so you can leave your Overlord there till the Mothership Core comes out. But he is able to see what's going on with Purge's wall. Just the probe there acting as the wall. Zealot's not able to hit anything. Probe stuck. Oh, Scytale is able to snipe it. Nicely done. Ling for a probe is a good trade, I think. Zealot's out, plugging the hole in the wall now. Warp gate is on the way. A couple more Lings for Scytale coming across to do some damage, if they can. Nope, they're turning around now. Thought better of it. He's left the one kind of outside the wall to dart in and have a look, which is, yeah, perfectly fine. 2 gateways, though, at the front wall for Purge. See, he might be doing a sand gate or something. Yep, some queens out for Scytale. Going for a fastillator before third hatch. Very interesting. Maybe does he want to do 2 bays of Muta or something? That's kind of tricky. Stalker is out and about for Purge. Maybe gonna try. Oh, yep, he can get a shot off on that Overlord. I don't think he's not be able to get it though. That no mothership core on the way yet. Just chrono boosting into Warp Gate and some more gateways. So that brings us to 4, 5. Oh my gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 gates total. I'm thinking we're about to see some aggression out of Purge. What do you guys think? And yeah, Scytale might be in an okay position to defend this. He's getting his Roach Warren now, so he's not going to be caught totally unawares. The Stalker trying to clear the way for a probe to move out to... Oh, Proxy Pylon's already on the way, excuse me. The initial scouting probe is still around, so Stalker's just going to make his way over there to join up with the reinforcements that come out as Warp Gate's finishing right now, and this massive gateways is about to finish as well. So we'll see him warp those auto warp gates and start warping stuff in, I imagine. Roach speed and +1 attack on the way for Scytale. I think he'd be better off canceling the attack and just getting more roaches, because these warp-ins are about to start. Yep, here we go. Warping him into warp gates now. He is going to lose his Stalker here, which dived on the Overlord, but he did get it, so not for nothing. Don't think this Proxy Pylon is... Well, it's going to get up, I guess. Oh, and a bunch of Zealots coming from the top Proxy Pylon to shoo the Lings away. Scytale's got 10 Roaches in the mail, but yeah, it might be a close one here. They're popping out now, and there's not many Stalkers here. Oh boy, just running right into the Roaches, but the Roaches are focusing on the Zealots, allowing the Stalkers to just kind of micro and pick away at them from the back. Purge getting cold feet. He's pulling back to meet up with his next round of warp-ins. That's a good number of Stalkers. That can fight this, I believe. Does not have blink, so he's got to be careful. Yeah, Scytale just producing Roaches. Oh, wow. And he's going to get this Proxy Pylon at least. There are 3 more on the map. Yeah, Purge's macro is slipping a bit here. He's going to lose his Proxy Pylon. And now he's just got to do what he can against these Roaches, see if he can break through, but the reinforcements are pretty good for Scytale. He's got to fall back to the next Proxy Pylon. Oh no, Purge is just saying, screw this, I'm running home. Does he have anything in the way of transitions? Not really. He's grabbing all 4 gases. But no Robo, no Twilight Council, no Stargate, no nothing. This seems to be, I think, Purge's weakness maybe, is that he's not great at transitioning off gateway units. Seems to get stuck on them a lot. Literally in this case, as the gateway units struggle to get in the wall. He's got only 1 sentry, so force fields are only going to be minimally effective here. Scytale just runs up to hug the army. That's a pretty good force field, actually. For your only force field, that's as good as it gets. So, well done to Purge to get that off. He is warping in more reinforcements, more Zealots coming at the front to plug the choke, keep the Roaches there. I think the Stalkers are going to take this now. Yeah, Scytale's reinforcements are not going to get here fast enough to press the attack further, it seems. Roach speed is done now. +1 attack is done. +1 armor on the way for Scytale. No upgrades at all for Purge, but he is able to push Scytale back here. So nicely done, Purge. Nice hold. I kind of thought he was a dead man at that point, but yeah, Scytale's reinforcements not arriving quickly enough. Looks like Scytale going for a 3rd now. Just going to keep his Roaches up front to try and contain Purge a little bit. Maybe he'll go for another shot at breaking through, but I think that would be ill-advised at this point. And if Purge finally throws down a Robo, so we could potentially go for Immortals. Yeah, not seeing a lot in the way of a transition out of Scytale either. No Hydra Den or anything like that, which would be really good against the gateway-heavy composition that Purge is going for here. So despite the late Robo, if Scytale doesn't get a transition going pretty soon, he may be okay. Going for another assault with the Roach Ball. Force field's okay. Oh, if he can snipe that pylon before the warp in, but he doesn't. So Purge gets another round of gateway units out, and yeah, this is an ill-advised attack on Scytale. He can't reinforce this and break through. He's kind of whittling away at the Protoss army, which I guess is not for nothing, keeping him on his side of the map, keeping him from moving out, depowering some buildings. But the Robo Bay is done, or the Robo Facility is done now. Immortal is on the way. +2 weapons also on the way for Scytale. Yeah, I think he'd be better off getting some drones over on this third than worrying about upgrades at this point, especially with how non-existent Purge's upgrades are. Still no Mama Core for Purge, which is interesting since he's been on the defensive. You think he might want to be stockpiling energy for Photon Overcharge. Starts +1 weapons now, finally. Chrono boosting it out as the Immortal comes out, and an Observer queued up behind it. You know, when Zerg's going for a lot of roaches, you do need to be somewhat wary of burrow movement. Yeah, another nice group of force fields to really annoy Scytale and make it difficult for him to move in. Scytale continues to kind of pick off buildings in the wall, but not enough to make a choke wide enough for him to actually go through. With force fields being able to block it off if he goes for it. He's going to try to target down the Forge, which will cancel +1 weapons, which is a nice move. He didn't lose really anything for it. I think if Purge had been able to force field, he may have regretted that maneuver, but it worked out for him. Yeah, I kind of like what Scytale here is doing, just kind of slowly working away at the wall. Purge needs a pause. Getting a little laggy for him, I imagine. Okay, Spire going down for Scytale. Still not good saturation on his third base, though. Would like to see him get that sorted before worrying about Hive. Purge's money is just spiking. He needs to be making a lot of pylons right now and just warping in stuff. I did see a Robo Bay, so Colossus is going to come out. Thermal Lance not ready yet, or even started for that matter. This is a not great engagement for Purge. Most of the roaches are on the wrong side of the force field, so he's just fighting the army at this point. Trying to warp in Zealots to tie the roaches up, but Scytale just keeps making new rounds of them, and it seems like he is just able to reinforce better than Purge's, which seems a little crazy because they're fighting at Purge's base. Yeah, I think Purge's macros slipping a bit here. He's lost, 2 gateways at the front, so only on 6 gates at the moment and 1 robo. I think he could stand some more production. Looks like he's getting that idea too, trying to rebuild the wall with gateways, but if Scytale keeps tearing those down, could be bad for him. Purge only has 1 guy or 1 guy missing rather out of that gas geyser, so that's bit of an oversight for him. He could use all the gas he could get at this point. Spire is done for Scytale, and 13 mutas are in the mail. He's got full saturation on that third just about. Could go for a 4th now while he gets these mutas out. Purge's Observer sees what's left of the Roach army and deems it not a threat, so wants to move out and try to clear it up, but afraid of chasing it too far, and rightly so, because here come mutas. I don't think Purge knows about the mutas yet. He hasn't seen the third base, hasn't seen the Spire. So mutas are coming in. If they can snipe the Colossus, that could be huge. Second Colossus pops out right now. Yep, mutas focusing on the Colossus. Nope, not focusing on the Colossus anymore. Was for a minute. There they go. Alright, first Colossus down. The second one's out still. He's trying to run away, run for his life. But he gets caught on some buildings. Stalker's trying to get the mutas down, but the second Colossus does go down as well. No more Colossus remain. Just Stalkers, Immortals, and a handful of Sentry. But Purge is doing a good job of handling with this, it seems like. He's got force fields that are keeping the ground army at bay, and all the mutas have just died. So yeah, that was actually a pretty solid defense on Purge's behalf. Yeah, I wonder if the right thing to do with those mutas was to engage the army and not just go harass the worker lines a bit. It's hard to know what your mutas are best served doing at any given moment. Yeah, I think that engagement was a mistake on Scytale's part. But he's rebuilding his Roach Ball now. No fourth yet still, and his main is almost mined out, so he's going to be on just 2 base for the income soon. Pushes in with the roaches again. Force field's okay. Half of them still able to get shots on the Protoss army, but yeah, his splash is very weak. It's just the 1 Colossus, and his main is almost mined out. He needs a third, and looks like it's going to be hard for him to get one at this stage. Second Colossus is on the way. It's being chronoed out. But yeah, it seems like what Scytale's doing is working. Just kind of continually trading with the Protoss army. Even if they're not great trades, it's keeping the Protoss army small, making it so he has to stay at home, stay behind the wall. He can't move out and take a third. Eventually he's just going to starve. And I think Purge is pretty much at that point. Down to his last patch in the main. And Scytale does go out and take his fourth. It's a good spot for Scytale to be in. And Purge doesn't seem to have an answer. 1 Colossus at a time out of a robo is, I think, just not enough. His Gateway army is looking healthier than it has been in the past. Looks like he's going to try to sneak out a third, maybe. He doesn't... Oh, he's just going to long-distance mine for a bit while he tries to save up. Yeah, that's an awkward position to be in, because his army's got to be on this side of the wall to kind of protect that. Another batch of mutas enter the fray for Scytale. Looks like he's going to go for it again. Hopefully he'll go better than last time. Force field's not doing a damn thing. Scytale just hugs the whole army. Purge GG's. Well.
Scytale versus Purge.
Alright, here we are, game 2. Scytale versus Purge. Spawning in the bottom left corner. Purples are up 1-0. He is...
Scytale.
And spawning at the top right of Rose Never Cry, the green Protoss, he is 1 game away from being eliminated from the All-Invitational VII. He's got to bring it back. He is.
Purge.
Alright, here we are back on Roses Never Cry for the 3rd time in this group. I believe Purge picked this as his 2nd map versus TechFour as well, so we'll see if he's able to do anything here. I mean, he tried the Sentry drop on TechFour's ramp, which could have had some potential for some huge damage, I think. He just controlled his Zealots poorly and didn't get anything done. And that let TechFour have enough time to get out enough roaches to counter it. So if he went for it again, there's a good chance that with a little better control that Scytale might take some serious damage from that. So we'll see if he goes for it. Scytale, meanwhile, going for his pool first. Seems to be a standard into hatch and no gas yet. Let's see, Purge has gone for his Nexus first, Gateway next. Oh, nope, Forge next, excuse me. So he's going to maybe try to get some cannon shenanigans done here. Moving his probe across the map. Scytale does have an Overlord over his hatch, so we should be able to see any pylons that get thrown down. We'll just have to wait and see. Still no gas from Scytale, so... Oh, never mind. There it goes. So... Looks like he'll be working towards Ling speed pretty soon. No gasless for him. Here comes Purge's scouting probe. Let's see if he gets cheeky. Wants to throw down any pylons to try and cannon this base. The Forge is done, so it is an option for him. Oh, did he cancel? Maybe he was just extractor tricking with that extractor. But now he's putting down another one. Just didn't like that geyser, I suppose. Alright, fair enough. Purge loses his probe, so no cannons for him. Just walling off with a gateway and a cannon as his Nexus finishes up. And taking double gas in his main. Scytale does have an Overlord, kind of keeping an eye on the wall for Purge. Nothing too much to see there yet. I think he did see that there was a cannon there, or a cannon building, yeah, so Ling shouldn't expect to get anything done here. Yeah, even if they bum rush the probe, the cannon will probably kill them all. Let's see. Got just now getting into gas is Scytale, so won't be able to get Ling's speed for a little bit. We'll see if he stays in after the 100. Cybercore going down for Purge there. And getting out his Zealot to finish the wall. Yeah, not much to see yet. Nobody doing anything unusual. Scytale just kind of chilling with his Lings on the watchtower on Purge's side of the map. Might like to see him scattering the Lings around a little bit more, just in case a probe came out and was getting ready to put down some proxy pylons, because Scytale has not been able to get an Overlord in position to scout the main at all, so he really doesn't know what's coming. You know, he might be able to make some educated guesses based on what he saw of the wall, but this could very easily be another 7-gate. Let's see, you got an Evo and a Roachhorn coming down for Purge as he grabs his lair. Still no third. Not sure I like lair before third, but it seems to be pretty popular in this group with the Zergs. Twilight Council coming down for Purge as well. So maybe he'll be going for Blink, or maybe even DTs. We'll have to see. Yep, Scytale pretty much saturated on his natural now. It's a bit late, but you do get delayed when you go pull first slightly. Grabbing his gas. Getting +1 weapons. Scytale really seems to prioritize unit upgrades in a ZVP. And I often find that it's better to actually have units, even if they're less upgraded. Yep, Blink's being chronoed out for Purge. That'll be the first or second time we've seen a Mothership Core from Purge. We didn't see it last game, which I think was to his detriment. It could have definitely helped his 7-gate attack. +1 weapons finishing up for Purge right now. And just throwing down a couple more gates. Starting +2 weapons is Purge. Still no third for Scytale. He is getting Roach speed now that the lair is finished. And making some Roach. Looks like he's thinking about moving out with those Roach. Or just chilling by the watchtower, perhaps. Yep, just more gateways for Purge. Probably should be warp gates at this stage. Blink is nearing completion. So I guess we're going to see Purge as usual. Very gateway heavy army. Trying to micro. And hopefully it'll go better for him this time than it has in the past. Good amount of Roaches for Scytale. That's a good anchor to have, so you aren't totally caught off by surprise. Going for his third now. Doesn't seem like he's got any transitions planned just yet. Finally changing his gateways to warp gates. Blink's done, so now's the time to start warping in units. That's what Purge says. Scytale checking some weird places for some secret expansions, perhaps. Does narrowly miss, seeing that probe making that pylon over there. A handful of stalkers clear the Lings off the watchtower and snipe down an Overseer before running back to the wall. Yeah, Purge needs to be careful. He needs to not lose units while he's working on setting up his army. Spiking up to a lot of money again. Oh, there's a Dark Templar. Apparently we made a Dark Shrine in the back of his base when I wasn't looking. Well done. Yeah, that's definitely makes it good that he sniped that Overseer. I don't know that one DT is going to be able to take care of this whole Roach army. But then again, maybe it might. DTs are pretty good. If he can just kind of keep the Roaches from getting into the mineral line and doing a ton of damage, eventually the DT will take out all of these Roaches. But Stalker counts are dwindling. Oh, Photon Overcharge goes off. A little late, I might say, but it does go off, so Purge lives to fight another day. Two DTs following the roaches back home. Well, we've got one Spore Crawler at the natural, but none at the third. We do have an exceptional amount of Overseers. Looks like they're all going to the same spot, though. So if Purge sneaks by this Spore Crawler and like goes into the main, that could potentially be a lot of killed drones. Yeah, Scytale is guarding the base that has no drones at it, which is a little weird. Oh, this DT is still in range of the Spore Crawler. It's gonna go fight the Queen. This DT in the main base, however, is not, though. A lot of workers going down for Purge. Looks like he killed the one at the natural. But there's nothing to give vision of the workers to these roaches. Roach is trying to hug the DT to stop him from killing more drones, but Overseers show up and he goes down after getting eight worker kills with his 2 DTs. Not terrible, but not great either. Meanwhile, Scytale droned the heck out of his third, so all kind of ends up a wash, I suppose. Spire coming down for Scytale. Seems to like to go Mutas first Protoss. I can relate to that. I know that feel. Mutas can be very good against Protoss. Although maybe not if they're only building Blink Stalkers. That might be the one time you don't want to go Mutas. Purge trying to take a third again. So it seems like he picked this map because he wants to go macro on it. Or he's tried to do some 7-gate early aggression, but the Zergs he's facing keep beating him to the aggressive punch. Yeah, so Scytale's coming across to try and deny the third. Let's see if Purge's Blink Micro is going to be good enough to get him through this. He's kind of blinking groups of Stalkers rather than individual ones, but it's good. It's pretty good. +1 attack is helping him Shrek those roaches, and Scytale has to back off. Would have been nice if the DT maybe got in the fight, but he did have Overseers, so it may have just got sniped. Another DT running into Scytale's third, getting some drone kills while everybody's out on the field. Does get picked off by some reinforcing roaches, but up to 12 workers killed now for Purge, so he's staying active with the DTs. He's not doing what a lot of Protoss do, which is just like make a couple, and then once the Zerg knows that they exist, just never make any ever again. They can be useful throughout the game as long as you don't try to build like 10 of them at a time and then lose them all. Purge picks off Scytale's fourth as it's building. We got another engagement with roaches versus Blink Stalkers here. Let's see how the Blink Micro is. It's alright. He's blinking too many at a time. He's blinking groups of them. And Scytale, his Overseers poop their pants. Many changelings remain on the side of the battlefield as a testament to the fury. +1 armor coming out for Scytale's roaches now. Still about halfway done. Looks like +2 weapons is finished for Purge. And he is unleashing holy hell on these changeling imposters. Get out of here. You don't fool me. I haven't made any zealots this game. If you're a changeling stalker, would probably have a better shot of blending into Purge's army. Scytale has transitioned into some Hydras, which will be very useful against this gateway-only army of Purge. He's got a lot of stalkers. Yeah, it's going to be down to his Blink Micro again. Not doing a great job. Blinking too many at once, and now he's out of blinks basically, and he's just got to fight straight up. Stalkers at the back, not even fighting. So Scytale pushes him back. Purge falls back to his proxy pylon for another warp in. I don't know. I think he could take this, but he's just running and taking shots on the back end. Blinks out of there. So he's going to try to get home. Two DTs are going to come try to intercept the army. He did make a deliberate effort to snipe down the Overseers with his Blink Stalkers. So these DTs could kind of do some damage on this army if Scytale's not paying attention. And if Purge tells his DT to A-move rather than clicking on a thing in the middle of the... There we go. Alright. Yep, getting some Hydra kills. They're so squishy, it doesn't take much from a DT to take them out, and those are the valuable units. But Overseers rejoin and snipe down the DT. Purge back at his third base. He doesn't have a wall on either of the ramps this time. just kind of hunkering down, expecting a counter, which is indeed coming. He's got 5 Sentry, which have some energy for force fields. Not a lot, though. Those are okay-ish force fields. Yeah, and Scytale is forced to push back. Let's see if he does what TechFour did, which was split up his army and come up both ramps at the same time. Looks like he thought about it, but then thought better of it. Yeah, I mean, Scytale is almost maxed at this point, so he probably needs to go for it and then reload on something else. Maybe more Lings would be good. Just kind of bullies his way up the ramp. Force field's only keeping out 3 roaches. But he does have a pretty good position on the Zerg army, and warping in the middle of the fight is Purge. Yeah, I think he's going to be okay. He has lost a substantial amount of Blink Stalkers, but he has taken out Scytale's army. Oh, it's really getting down to the wire when all the Stalkers are at low health, and few roaches remain. Another warp-in comes through, and the roaches have to go. Yep, Purge kind of tries to chase him down, and then comes back to his third. Oh, he's snuck in a Templar Archives here, and is researching Storm, so may see some High Templars on the field pretty soon. Purge is really hurting for gas. All these Blink Stalkers really sapping up his resources in that department, and getting +3 weapons at the same time. Dumps a lot of his minerals into a swell of Zealots, which are going to try to bum rush Scytale's 4th. I think they're probably going to get it if they just right-click. Oh, nope. Roaches are coming in. They got wind of it somehow. Scytale map hacking? I don't know how he saw that. Oh, was it the Changelings, maybe? I don't know. But he cleans it up without too much trouble. Psystorm almost done researching, and I did see some high temps being warped in there. 4 in total for Purge. So if he can get to the point where he has saved up enough energy on those that he can storm Scytale's army, then he could potentially take a really good engagement. It's very hard for Zerg players to split off creep versus storms. Yeah, it looks like Scytale may be wondering where those Zealots came from. I don't think he knows about the pylon, but he has a sense that they came from up here somewhere. Expecting more, maybe, so just kind of trying to get in front of where he expects the aggression to come from. Infestation Pit for Scytale, so he is getting his lair now. And Purge is throwing down a Robo Bay. Is that the... No, it's the second Robo Bay. Maybe he wants to start transitioning into... I don't know what he wants out of those, actually. I mean, Colossus would be good against the Roach Hydra. But I do like this Ice Storm as well. Purge's main totally mined out, trying to take a 4th right next to Scytale's army. So we'll probably get a cancel on that pretty easily, unless Purge is feeling like he can come down and contest it, but I think he's just going to cancel it and go back to the drawing board. He does have his 3rd up and running, so he is still functionally on 2 base income. Yeah, Scytale tearing down everything from the 4th. Purge moving his army around like maybe he wants to get into position. Some force fields coming through, some storms that are... Good storm there. Yep, some very nice storms. They were kind of late, though. Yep, Purge losing a lot of his Blink Stalkers. He has some storms still available that he's not using. Needs to deploy those, because there's a lot of hurt Roach and Hydra in here. Alright, gets another storm out. I think his storms are done. Tries to morph into an Archon. Oh, wow, what a close engagement. Only a handful of Hydras and a handful of Stalkers remain. Hydras decide they want to leave. And 3 Roaches being lazy that didn't even join the fight also leaving. Oh, DT's doing big work on the other side of the map that I didn't notice. Apparently sniping down Scytale's 4th hatchery. Does get picked off when the retreating army returns, but yeah, that's a nice pick off for Purge. You can get so much done with, you know, just 1 DT. So it's good to keep making them throughout the game. Purge's natural is almost mined out, so if he's not able to get this 4th up, he will be on 1 base of income. He did do a pretty good move by taking out Scytale's hatch there, because he is functionally on 1 base of income as well right now. But he's rebuilding and going for an attack to cover it. And Scytale, or Purge's army is just nothing. It's a handful of stalkers and high temps, which are getting good storms. A lot of really hurt roaches in this composition, but he just doesn't have an army to actually finish him off. Everything going down for Purge. He's got a couple of stalkers and high templars that don't have enough energy to storm, so he GG.
TechFour versus Scytale.
Alright, here we are, back for the final series of the night, spawning in the top of KTV Ganymede. A purple Zerg. It is.
Scytale.
And spawning in the bottom position of KTV Ganymede, he has been forced to switch to teal. It is.
TechFour.
All right, our first ZVZ of this group, if I'm not mistaken. That's probably a record for an all-invitational group for fewest ZVZs. Yeah, we've seen a couple of ZVZs on this map. Seems to go pretty much how most ZVZs go. There's not a lot about this map that makes it different. We've mostly seen pretty early stuff, though. A lot of early bling aggression, some roach rushing, that kind of a thing. I don't think there's anything about this map that really lends itself to that. I guess it is a pretty straight shot across the map. You don't have to, go up and around and do anything weird like that. So, but yeah, it looks like TechFour is going to go drone scout and see what there is to see. Scytale is getting a pretty early gas, so it looks like he's fixing to perhaps put on a little bit of aggression, but he is getting his own hatch, so just a speedling expand, which is a fine thing to do. Although he's not putting any guys into gas, is he? Oh, there he goes. TechFour not getting his gas yet, so looks like he's either... Oh, there he goes. Alright, so Scytale will have the speed advantage. But it might be alright if TechFour just goes right for Banes, if he needs to, and just skips speed. If Scytale puts on any aggression, he'll probably be in an alright position. Both their hatcheries are pretty much on time with each other, which kind of confuses me, to be honest. Both their pools are done. Yeah, this production tab is pretty much looking the same. No real differentiations yet. No one's made any lings yet. Scytale starts his speed first because he's got the faster gas, and pulling out of gas right after getting it. So looks like he doesn't want any banelings. Scytale working, or rather TechFour working up to 100 gas to get his own speed, I imagine. Yep, there it goes. And is he going to pull out as well? Is he going to stay in? Looks like he's staying in gas. So maybe some banelings are on the menu coming out of TechFour. But yeah, both their production tabs still pretty much neck and neck. Looks like TechFour is going into more lings, although Scytale does have a few of his own. And he will have speed for a little bit when TechFour won't. Oh, Baneling Nest going down for Tech, so yep, he wants to put on some aggression here. Don't know that Scytale is clued into this. Looks like the Queen was shooing away this Overlord, so maybe he got an idea of how many lings there are. But yeah, you really need like an Overlord back here to kind of keep an eye on the drone count. So it looks like, well, they're both getting a pretty good amount of lings, so the drone count on the natural will tell you, what they've been putting their larvae into. Is it drones or is it something else, likely lings? I don't think Scytale got a Bane Nest, though, so... whoop! TechFour morphing some Banes right as the links show up. That's not a great move. Speed's finished for both now, and some reinforcing links for Tech do pop, so Scytale is going to get the heck out of dodge before Banelings blow up his whole army. Going to throw down some Panic Spines, too. Looks like he thinks a counterattack is imminent, and he's probably right. Tech not moving out, though. Staying at home, making some more Banes. Looks like he's planning on leaving those in his mineral line, maybe at the top of his ramp. Yep, at the top of his ramp to protect himself as he moves out. But that's giving the time for these spines to finish. And looks like Scytale is going to throw down a Roach Warren, try to get the beginnings of a wall started. If he can get a wall up before TechFour gets across the map, then that will help him out tremendously. Single Ling between from TechFour running across the map to get a sense of what's going on over at Scytale's base. Sees the two spines, so he may reconsider attacking. If he ever was considering it, which it doesn't seem like he was, since he is still not moved out. So yeah, maybe just expecting more aggression from Scytale, whereas Scytale was just like, oh, there's Banes, never mind, I'm done. I'm going to go get roaches now. And Scytale's credit, he's staying pretty active on the map with his lings, not just giving up total map control, just because there's some Banelings from Tech. So credit to him for that. Tech going for his lair and a Roach Warren of his own. Scytale's Roach Warren is done, but his lair is not even started. It's a weird place for an Evo chamber from Scytale. Seems like it might be better as part of the wall, but fair enough. Making a lot of roaches here is Scytale, and all TechFour has is still this Roach Bane clump and going for a third. So it looks like he's gonna try to spend his money on that while he waits for the lair to finish, and then maybe he'll start roach speed and make roaches of his own. But it looks like Scytale's roaches are moving out, and a big swell of speedlings in the bank. Gonna be reinforcing those. But TechFour is posted up at his third hatchery, so his army will be there to defend. I just don't know if it'll be enough. He's got a lot of Banes, but Banes are not what you want versus roaches. Roaches are what you want versus roaches. So if all these Banes blow up on the roaches, he does have a couple roaches of his own. Yeah, I'd try to fight this if I were him. You know, it does take a lot of Banelings to kill roaches, but if you've got a lot of Banelings, then okay. Oh, but all the Banelings are dead before Scytale's lings show up, so that's too bad. Getting us around on TechFour's roaches. This is gonna be close. Yeah, Scytale's roaches are not being targeted down. All the lings are. When the lings are gone, oh, they've got the exact same amount of roaches. Who can micro their roaches? Roach micro. It's exciting. It looks like Tech's getting the better end of it, and he's got defender's advantage, so his reinforcements are able to rejoin quicker. So nice hold by Tech. I was worried there for him. Especially with using all the Banes on the roaches and not the lings. He still managed to hold on, so good for him. Scytale's getting +1/+1 for roaches, and Tech is not getting any upgrades whatsoever. Looks like he's just mostly focused on keeping his third alive, which is probably the right move since Scytale has no third. And Tech is aware of that because he's got lords at both of the possible third locations. Another attack coming into the third from Scytale, trying to run by with his lings, which leads to most of them dying. And then it's just roach free roach again, and TechFour has still got the superior numbers. And Scytale fails in attacking again. This is not going well for him. TechFour starting... Oh, he's starting +2, so he already has +1. Alright, fair enough. Cool. So he's not... He is ahead in upgrades, so that's probably why his roaches are getting a bit more value than Scytale, who just finished +1/+1. And has not started +2 yet. Both of them just starting roach speed at the same time. But Tech... Now how the tables have turned. Now Tech is the one preparing to attack Scytale. But Scytale has no third to attack, so maybe TechFour will just see that as a way he's ahead and go home. Making a lot of reinforcing lings, though. if he's on this side of the map, he may as well do something, I suppose. Seems like he's thinking about it, but he's hesitating. Getting an Overseer, maybe to help clear up creep. Or he's afraid of Burrowed Roach. But yeah, Roach speed isn't even done for Scytale. Clearing up tumors, which will give him not a... it's kind of weird creep in ZVZ, because having it helps both of you, right? And so getting rid of it hurts both of you. And if there's no creep, then you can't retreat as fast. But it also means he can't pursue you as fast. So it's hard to know what to do as a Zerg in ZVZ, what the right move is as far as creep management. It's on the other hand, tumors are vision, right? So killing a tumor is probably always the right answer. Just a real big clusterfuck of lings trying to get through a tiny choke to engage these roaches, but they are being blocked. And yeah, roaches are just going to town on them. Lings can't get a good surround because of this wall. So TechFour is just murdering all of Scytale's units, and Scytale GG's. Well played. Yeah, that was... Yeah, both players just kind of taking a defensive position at this moment. Yeah, very even in terms of worker count, and pretty even in terms of army supply and overall supply. Roachhorn about to finish for Scytale, Roachhorn about to finish for TechFour. So, TechFour does not have a third this time, like he did in the previous game, that would put him ahead. So he basically just defended on 2 base, and now they're both in the same position. Or I'm sorry, not in the last game, in the first game. Last game he, yeah, died. Yeah, TechFour getting a scout off with a couple of lings. Sees what's going on. Sees the spines, the evos, and the roach. Warren, which is starting roach speed now that his lair is finished. TechFour's lair is a little bit ways off, so Scytale will have roach speed advantage too, but that's much harder to capitalize on than ling speed is. Yeah, not much action in this game. Both players just kind of staying home, defending their natural. No thirds from either player yet. Oh, looks like Scytale is going to be the first to grab a third here. He's going to take the forward third, which TechFour has eyes on. Wonder if he will knock down the cooling tower to protect himself. Doesn't look like it. TechFour also grabbing his third at just about the same time, so still very even. TechFour is creeping into the supply lead, but it's pretty slight. It's a couple of drones and a couple of attacking units. In terms of upgrades, they're pretty much even. Yeah, in terms of what they're producing, it's pretty even. There's not a lot of differentiating factors right now. I guess it's all going to come down to who takes a better engagement. TechFour scooting a queen out and moving into position to cover his third. Poops out a changeling, gonna fling that across the map, see what he can see. TechFour's Overlord coverage, I would like to say, is outstanding in this game. He has pretty much, like, you know, just total vision of all the attack paths. It's quite good. Whereas Scytale's Overlords are kind of all bunched up in a line right here. Yeah, I don't know I don't know how to make this more exciting than it is right now. We're just getting upgrades, getting a third, getting roaches. TechFour has already droned his third quite a bit, whereas Scytale is not at all. And you can see that reflected in the worker count. TechFour's pulled ahead to about 60 to Scytale's about 40. Yeah, I mean, if somebody gets a third and they get a lot of supply and drones on it, there is kind of a window where as the player with no drones at your third, you can make a bigger army in terms of army supply than the other player, and you can kind of punish them in that way by just having a bigger army, since you don't have as much supply tied up in workers. But if you wait too long to try and do that, they will have banked up enough money that they can replenish better. That's no good. Well, interestingly enough, it looks like Tech is going to be the aggressor, even though he's the one that droned his third. Moving into Scytale's third right now. Let's see if we can get anything done. Roaches at the front for TechFour, tanking a lot of damage. TechFour just stepping in, trying to hug Scytale's roaches. This is a close engagement. I feel like Scytale may have the better end of it with defender's advantage, and TechFour is scooting home. Oh, nicely done there by Scytale. Seems like maybe TechFour accidentally clicked on the hatchery, or was thinking about focus firing it, because it's missing a lot of life. And maybe that's what let Scytale take the better end of that engagement. But yeah, Scytale is saying, "All right, I won a fight. Now let's go do something about that." And now he's going to be the one trying to snipe down the third, and he's going to be successful. At what cost, though, because his roach army is getting cut off. He's going to lose a lot here. Yeah, TechFour kind of chasing him back across the map now. Got a nice back and forth, so we'll see if Scytale can hold this counter pressure. TechFour maneuvering. Managed to catch Scytale's army. This is an awkward place for an engagement on the ramp. TechFour trying to step in and hug his army, but it seems like it's going all right for him. He's got a superior roach count. Potentially defender's advantage can help Scytale out here, but his roaches have evaporated, and TechFour's got a good number remaining here. Yep, TechFour still has quite a large amount of roaches left after that fight, so he's gonna be able to take out Scytale's third. Meanwhile, he's rebuilt his, or it's nearly rebuilt. Yeah, let's see if he pushes his advantage. I don't see why not. If you know the opponent's army is dead, then you may as well go do something with yours. Oh, he's gonna take out the roach horn, which is real nice. Scytale can't make any more roaches now. And that's a problem when you're trying to have roach versus roach wars. Yeah, I don't know what to say, but Scytale knows what to say, and that's GG. TechFour does it. Scytale very mannered, wishing him the good luck in the next round. And that does it. That means TechFour advances along with Canary to Group Stage 2. So congratulations to Canary and TechFour.